Hey guys, welcome back to Haunted Holidays. I'm Nick Noir. Today, we're going to be doing another fallscape, of course. Following Bob Ross's episode, Arizona Splendor. Kind of the same concept that I've been doing with the fallscapes for November. A lot of the ones that I'm doing from Bob are kind of similar in that I'm kind of doing exactly what he's doing, and then in a few episodes that you'll see or have noticed, he has a blue sky or a lavender sky. I'm trying to keep it very bright, warm colors, red stuff. In this painting, he uses a blue sky, and I was going to do yellow, but I may do red just because reasons. But again, as always, 16 by 20. I do have liquid white on the canvas already. I don't know if you could tell, but it's like brownish down here because my easel is just so filthy. I got like a brown something residue on the metal, and every time I get down here or up here where the bars are, as soon as that brush catches, I get it on there. So instead of just, I don't know, I just blended it out. Not a big deal because we're going to put a lot of stuff on the canvas. It'll disappear completely. I'll run the colors on the bottom of the screen that you need to either paint along with me or just read in amusement. And I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, let's just cut to it. I am watching Bob on the side here so I can kind of follow along, because sometimes when I want to do my own thing, for some reason I'll hit a dead end and I'll be like, help me, Bob. So I like to follow what he does, but at a certain point or certain points do my own thing. I painted enough of his stuff to kind of know how to do what he does. So I take my own creative approach to certain things. Like he'll paint a barn, I'll paint a lake. He'll paint a mountain, I'll just paint more clouds. He loves barns. I don't paint a lot of barns. I don't paint really any barn. I used to, just because I was trying to get the technique down. But he's a barn guy. I'm a tree guy. I do love trees and water. I will shut up. And I mean, he's making a sky right now. I have it on pause, but I'll unpause it once I'm done with my sky, because I'm not too sure what the hell I'm doing with my sky. And this one's really cool because it has brush on both ends. I may do a river like I normally do. He has a path, I believe. Just path, like it. There's nothing on it. It's kind of annoying. Not annoying, but it's path. Like there's nothing there. Kind of what a parking lot looks like without cars. It's a space. And then he's got like a mountain with stuff on it, so it's pretty cool, which is why I chose it. Let me get to it. I'm not gonna... Hell, I might use a lot of red just to... I really want this one on fire. He usually says, don't light your sky on fire. At least he doesn't like that. But... especially if you're from the New England area, whenever fall rolls around, your landscape is just plush reds and yellows and browns and sharp greens. I mean, it's like Crayola sneezed all over you. And it's freaking gorgeous. So instead of doing pinks and off-whites or off-yellows and light greens, we may, in this one, just go New England on it. Never been to New England, but I've seen it on Google. Don't have a reason to go. Until I do, Google is as close as I will get, unfortunately, to New England. As is customary, you want to get darker the higher you go, because that's just how the sky sky ends up looking. So we're gonna put some crimson, not a lot, some crimson up here. What the hell was that? What is that? Brown? I don't even know how the hell I just got brown, but that's okay. Works out. I'm just gonna play Bob, just because I'm ahead of him, and that sounds like a brag. It's not, because in 2 seconds he'll be ahead of me. I'm just gonna figure out my sky while he does what he does.
White underneath will continually mix with the color. You can make it softer and softer and softer just by blending. I don't want to kill all the little light areas. I want some little streaks here.
I want some whacked out clouds, so we're just gonna, whatever the hell that is, we're gonna do it.
And we're all ready.
Probably gonna need more white in a bit too, but that's okay. Oh, he don't do clouds, so he's doing a mountain. Pause. Figured he'd be ahead of me. Told you. Alright. We're just gonna paint some wacky little clouds. Nope. I want white clouds, not red. Always get one. Looks like a damn eyelash. Don't even know what brush that comes from. What looks like an eyelash? Maybe the fan brush? I don't know. Again, usually I get really elaborate with my sky, and I do all sorts of cloud formations and all sorts of hues, and you can look at nicknoir.com. I got quite a few paintings where I just spend about 30 minutes on the sky alone because I like the sky, but I'm not doing it this time. I don't even want to mess with the sky too much because it's not about the sky. I just want the color to be there. Now he's making the my colors were like draining off my palette.
Pull that paint out just
problem with old paints.
It's really bit tough with it. Pull it out flat and sort of cut across so you have a small roll of paint right out on the edge of the knife.
Just getting all the dark colors right now for my mountain. I want mine a little bit more brown than green. I put way too much damn green in there.
A little more color, maybe. Goes right on up. And all we're doing here is just laying in our basic shape. We're not worried about detail or anything else. Just a basic shape. Now really pushing this color into the canvas. Act like you're trying to push it right through the canvas. Canvas is strong. You're not going to hurt it. Don't worry about it. Very strong. Okay. Now I'll take a large brush and I want to pull this paint down. And because the canvas is wet, we can move color. If it was a dry canvas, you'd have a double of the time trying to do this. But since it's wet, you can move paint all over. There we go. Just pull it down. And that gives us a basic shape for our mountain. And let's go back here and I'll take a titanium white and we load the knife the same way. Add a small amount of brown.
He's already made his shape of the mountain. I'm still trying to make mine.
So we have titanium white and the least little amount of brown.
Come on.
Cut across it. Need that small roll of paint again. There we go. Very important.
Come on. There we go. I was trying to get to where it was showing the canvas, but it was like close up of his knife for 30 seconds. So, all right. I got my shape. Let me clean my brush. I certainly don't want pink mountains. I didn't even want green mountains, but I'll take it. I don't care. I'm not picky of my mountain. Mountain's a mountain. I made some weird mountains. Add some more down here real quick. What I'm doing all the time may look completely unconventional, and it really is. At a certain point, I just do my own thing. That's easiest for me. I'm trying to get the same cascade that Bob has. Because if I end my mountain too short, it's not gonna look like a mountain. It's gonna look like a hill or some damn thing. Did he, I don't think he faded the bottom of that. Not really.
There we go. Just pull it down. And that gives us a basic shape for our mountain. And let's go back here and I'll take a titanium white and load the knife the same way. Add a small amount of brown to it just to dull it down. So we have titanium white and the least little amount of brown. Cut across it.
I'm going to keep some pink in my white just because this guy's pink.
Let's go up here. Now, touch the canvas. Gentle pressure. Gentle pressure. And just let it float right down. Think where light would strike us. Just let it float. There. No pressure.
Yeah, I'm going to do more white. I'm going to use all the white for this.
Oh, just can't get a whisper floating across the mountain. If you apply a bunch of pressure, it's going to look just like you iced a cake. So, no pressure. And
basically know where he's going with it. But I do need some more white. It's time to get more white. A whole lot more white. I didn't think I need this much, but by the looks of it, I'm gonna use a whole lot. It's better to have more than you need than having to get more and more and more and more and more every 5 seconds. That's the one thing, even now I'm still learning. Trying to figure out how much exact paint you're gonna need, and sometimes you just don't know until you get started. Now I'm trying to make some I got the shape for it. I don't want it to just be a straight down. It's gotta have some shape to it. Normally I don't stretch my or bring my mountains down too much, just because I don't know where the hell I'm gonna start the rest of it. But for this one, I'm gonna bring it as far down as I possibly can. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think I've ever made mountains like this before that just drop. So I have very very little idea what the hell I'm doing. Very little idea. But I don't care. I mean, these, I don't know. It's supposed to like drop and stuff, but I don't care. It's gonna look like a mountain one way or the other. I'm certainly not trying to win a Pulitzer Award for the most realistic looking mountains. I know it's not what you win a Pulitzer for, but that's part of the joke. Haha, snare drum. As long as you can kind of tell what in the heck I was trying to achieve, we good. You can look at this and go, what the hell was Nick Noir doing? As long as you know, look at it and go, I don't know what the hell Nick Noir was doing, but I like it. That's cool, bro. I dig it. As long as you appreciate the art, that's all that matters. It'll be really cool if you looked at art and was like, okay, every time you looked at it, it was just something different. Every single time. You weren't even trying to be creative about it. You're just like, you know what, this looks like this today, or that looks like that today. Not that that's what I'm trying to achieve, but, I mean, crap, how cool would that be? To always see something, a new world, something interesting about it, without really trying to get that. That just means your work is hella interesting. I mean, if someone was like, Nick, I don't know what you're trying to achieve here, but I like it. That in and of itself is cool with me, and I take that as the highest compliment. And if someone wants to say, Nick, I knew what you're trying to achieve, and you got it, you're good to go. Still, thank you. That's cool with me. Right now, I mean, he's just got whoosh, like cliffs. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going wherever the cliffs take me, to be quite honest. If you've seen my paintings before, I've painted cliffs and stuff before, but I've never painted something like this. It was always like a peak, and then everything was whoosh or whoosh. I've never had a painting like this, and my TV just fell asleep. But I'm really liking where this is going, like, a lot. I mean, this is turning out to be seriously some badass mountains, cliffs, whatever you want to call them. Alright, there we are. I need some darks still. I'm not done with the darks. And plus, towards the bottom, I'm going to do that blending stuff, so I want to bring my mountains, like I said, down as much as I can, so I can do that without losing all this. You know, it's like making a huge pond, and then you start adding bushes and trees and rocks and this and that, and the next thing you know, your pond is, you can't even see it. You did all that work just to hide every bit of it. That's no bueno, bro. That's no bueno. Make sure this recording. I get into a habit of doing all this, and I realize the freaking camera's not even recording. Shoot, this may be what I spend the most time on, is the mountain. Now I'm not painting snow, I'm just trying to paint just like a value to it, if you will. Just something that, I don't know what you call it. I didn't major in art. I'm sure there's a term for it. That just looks awesome. That is one bomb mountain. And YouTube just kicked me out. Because of course it did. Okay, well while I'm trying to catch up, I'm going to... It's not even taking me back to the video. Come on, YouTube, you're failing miserably. Bad YouTube.
I'm Chris Rock. Oh, no, it's not about me. I get it. No.
Don't care. Welcome back, Bob.
There we go.
Alright. Now the tricky part is too, he starts putting trees on his. I'm not even touching mine because that looks too good to mess up. And I don't see anywhere to put trees anyway, so. Make sure the camera's focused on the canvas. Instead of putting trees on the top of my mountains like he's doing, I may just take the time to make this more green and maybe something that looks like tree line at some point.
Just drop them off. It makes it a little more exciting, more interesting. As you go in there, as you go in there, be. There's one right there. That's where they would be. Where you decide. Because this is your paint, your world. Whatever. You can take a large brush and just gently tap a little. Be careful here. You don't want to get that green and pull it all up into your mouth. You just want to make some nice edges on there. Okay, now I'll give you an idea of how to make a super little mountain. This painting I took from a photograph that a friend gave me that was taken in Arizona. I always thought Arizona maybe was next to the desert and beautiful, beautiful rivers coming on us. But it's not. It has everything. It has it all. Okay, we'll just use this same old big brush. We'll go right into, let's go into some sap green, a little bit of alizarin crimson, Van Dyke brown. Just mix these colors on the brush. Load a lot of paint in the brush. Pull it through the paint. Pull it through the paint. And just look at this brush. Look at the end. Tremendous amount of paint. Okay, and there's a rounded corner over in one direction. You want that rounded corner to be on top. Okay, let's go up to the canvas. And maybe if there's a nice tree, it lives right there. Right there. And you just push and bend. And all we're doing is putting in some background color. We're not looking for shape, detail, anything else right now. All we're looking for is just background color. And then we'll come back in here and we'll put all kind of highlights and leaves and all the beautiful little things wherever we want. Just looking for background color. Okay. See, and all that gives you a good idea of where you're going and what you're doing. Some basic shapes. And while I have this color on the brush, I know this is water. Even in a stream, you have dark color that's reflected. You may not see it because the water's bubbling and churning and having fun, but it's there. There's still that dark color. You need the dark so your light will show up when we highlight the water. Let's just go across. It'll help give it the impression of water, make you feel better. Just go across, instant water. Okay, now we can go back in here and we can begin working on some of these pretty things. Okay.
Some soil in there somehow. Alright. Let's back it up a bit.
A little stream today. But even in a stream, you have dark color that's reflected. You may not see it because the water's bubbling and churning and having fun, but it's there. There's still that dark color. And you need the dark so your light will show up when we highlight the water. Let's just go across. That'll help give it the impression of water that make you feel better. Just go across, instant water. Okay, now we can go back in here and we can begin working on some of these pretty things. I'll take a little paint thinner on my brush and I'll go right into some sap green and then into a little cad yellow. So we get sap green, cad yellow. And I want to keep the greens pretty dark here. Pull it through the paint, one direction, just like we did the paint. And then I turn it over so that rounded corner is on the top. Okay, so up here, maybe right in here, there's a happy little bush. I'm just barely touching, just enough to get the brush as small as now. A lot of paint on the brush. And then go into some inky. Just break it up a little. Some sap green, some yellow ochre. Pretty color. Very pretty color. Just drop that right in. There. There we go. That just gives us some nice little basic shapes. Some ideas back here. Alright, I'm going to take the script liner brush, number 2 script liner brush. Put a little paint thinner on it, and we'll go right up into this brown color. And just put a few little limbs in there. And turn that brush, bring it to a nice sharp points, just like so. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe. Yep. There, leave some sticks and some twigs right out here. They live everywhere. Anywhere. Maybe there's some here and here. Maybe right there. Okay, whatever. Make these decisions, drop them in. It's your world.
Actually.
lighter in value, and they stand out against the dark. They won't stick, add a little paint thinner. Just drop these in here and there. Alright, I'm going to go back into my brown. Van Dyke brown. Let's put a little burn umber with it. Get a little bit on the knife. And let's begin thinking about where we're going to have some land areas. And I'm just barely touching the canvas, letting the paint break. I want this to look very rocky and rough. So my dog usually says rough. There we go. Okay. Just very loose. Very loose. Don't worry about it. Have fun right here. Pull that knife across. All you're worried about is
He's bringing out land. I don't think I'm gonna do that. What I will do is just put some like muddy. I'm not gonna bring out too much, but I will bring it up just so you know there's some land there. He's bringing it out way more than I am. He doesn't do this, but I'm just adding. I always do this because I like to. Just adding the silhouettes. Doesn't have to be perfect because, of course, you're going to blur it out, but looks really cool.
General lay of the land. What angle you want your land to go. You can go take some brown and white. We'll come back in here, just like when we did the mountain. Lightest pressure, virtually no pressure. And all we're doing here, just barely letting it graze, so it hits the high spots, just the high spots. Sometimes it's very pretty. Add a little yellow ochre to your color and watch. Yellow ochre and white. It's very pretty. Makes nice stones. Okay. Now then, we can continue to work on our little grassy areas. So let's go right here. Make another happy little bush. There it is. Right down. Let it work right down into this land area. Just let it go. Keep the paint like that so it sticks easy. And the paint will stick to the thick paint. We have the thick paint underneath, so now we can stick layers of thinner paint right on top without destroying, without becoming a mud mixer. And if you've painted, all of us have experienced mud mixing. We all have to have a little shot at mud mixing. Okay, now maybe there's something on the other side. Let's do sap green, Van Dyke brown, and crimson again. Maybe.
Why is there so much green on my brush? I didn't go into green. My brush is like covered in green.
This tree's very dark.
No wonder it was getting so much green everywhere. That's super odd.
Cover up the end of your mountain, close that end off. Don't have to worry about it no more. And I'm pushing very, very hard. Really push that paint into the canvas. Maybe it comes right out. I guess. Where do we want it? To say same time, when we got this old dirty brush, same here. We need to pull in some reflections. Need that dark area in the water. Come across. Some sticks, some twigs. This is just brown and white. You just let it go wherever you want it to go. Turn that brush. Turn it. As you're doing this sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Canvas. At the same time, when we got this old dirty brush. Brush, I never cleaned it. Some general little indications of some sticks and twigs.
How far down does he go?
Brush, I'm gonna clean this to that brown.
Something just dropped.
Sticks and twigs. Just wherever you want. Wherever. There we go. And you can put as many of these as you want in your world. Go right into some sap green, this old dirty brush. It already has yellow on it and everything else. I want this side to be quite dark. Much, much darker. Not as much light's going to strike over here. There. Oh, it's almost straight sap green. A little bit of yellow on the brush, but mainly sap green. Good, dark, rich color. Just like on the other side, let's put a little bit of land in here. And just barely touching the knife. That light brown. And we'll take some brown and some white. Just like on the other side. Let's put a little bit of highlight, not quite as much, just one little here and there. And then we bring some of these grass areas right down on the so it makes the grass come out over the top. Otherwise, it's always just okay, let's play with some water back here. I want to paint this a little bit thinner, so I'm going to add a little magic white to my brush. And go up here to the magic white, titanium white. Magic white will paint it. Let's start back in here, and let's just start. So these colors make that light show. You got to make decisions here. Splashes going and wherever. So if you didn't have it dark under there, you wouldn't see anything. And this water is muddy. Coming around the bank and it's picking up some of the dirt. clean brush right into some Van Dyke brown. Let's put a little paint thinner on. Just to thin that down a small amount. A little Van Dyke brown. And I'm filling the brush up. And then on the other side, I'm just going to pull it through some white. So I've got Van Dyke brown on one side and white on the other. Let's say there's a little tree that lives right there. Now you can put as many trees as you want to use. Maybe he's got a friend that lives right there beside him. Shoot, maybe he's a popular tree. He's got several friends. Maybe there's even one that sort of comes over like this. And you can put as many trees in your painting as you want. Just want to make these a little closer, a little fatter. It might even be one that you can't see all of it. It goes right off the canvas. How's that? Let's go on the other side. Maybe there's a big tree that lives right here. It goes into there somewhere. We don't know where he goes. We don't care. Just like so. And then I'll take a little 1-inch brush and cover up his splits. And same thing over here. We need to have a little
Don't know how the hell my workspace got so messed up. It always pauses the second after I pause it. Delayed. Okay. Just take all this crap over there. All this crap. Put it down here. All this nasty stuff. There. There. We want white. So we can do 1/2 brown, 1/2 white, and keep the dark half where the sun don't shine.
Brush, and we'll put a little paint there. I want to thin this paint down very thin, and maybe, just very quickly here, we just put some indications of some little branches and twigs, wherever you want. And you can put as many of these in as you want. I just want to put a few in to give you some ideas of how they're made. And you do what makes you happy. Where would you like to paint things? You don't have to worry about it. Just let it go. You know, sometimes there's some things you don't have to think about what's happening. At least on your palette, you can spend all your time composing, and you can compose while you paint. I used to spend as much time trying to figure out what to paint as I did actually paint. And this way you can compose right on the canvas. Right on the canvas. And then it comes in there. Back. Have some of them go across the trunk. That way. They're not all just on the sides. And they need to get a little thicker when you get towards this trunk. Just wherever you want. Wherever you want. As many as you want. Now, shoot, there's might be some down in here. All those sticks and twigs and all these little things happening. And they're not straight all the time. They got all kinds of crooks and bends. Maybe there was a fisherman out here and he stepped on that one. Put a little kink in. Let's go over here. Maybe there is a little something right here. Just a little line. This big old tree goes right out off the canvas. You can come in here and put all kinds of highlights and shadows on each one of these limbs. Spend a lot of time playing here. I'm really having some fun putting all the detail into it. I think we're to get that mask on. If you want to put the indication, because there's always hundreds of little limbs, you can just take very lightly, put all kinds of little tiny limbs in there. People think you've really worked for a long time. But I think that'll give you an idea. So let's sign this one. Use a little permanent red. Sign it right here.
Alright. Alright, guys. That will be it. Alrighty. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode, and until next time, blessed be.